I had a friend today tell me that I was being too political, that I was being too aggressive. And what I want to say is this. I am a white woman of a lot of privilege. I make a lot of money, and I don't have a lot of problems. And a lot of what this administration has proposed thus far won't even affect me personally. I don't need Planned Parenthood. I can pay for my own medical care. I'm not an immigrant. I was born here. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Black. I am not gay, or I'm not transgender. But I know that this country is based on inclusiveness, on welcoming people, on loving people that are not like you, on not worrying about how something impacts your life personally, but how it impacts all the people around you and all the people that aren't around you. It's compassion and it's empathy. And I will fight for it. And if I come off as being aggressive, it's because I care so much about doing the right thing.
Chelsea Handler needs no introduction, but I'll do my best. I'm Michelle Johnson. I'm a partner at Latham & Watkins. I'm on the executive committee, and most importantly, I'm besties with Joanna Weiss, who started WAVE and is the reason we're here today. In this room of amazing women, Chelsea Handler is an amazing woman. In addition to being a world-renowned comedian, she's also, as you may not know, an accomplished athlete, a best-selling author, and a hard-hitting political commentator. She combines the courage always to speak truth to power, and also the generosity to lend a hand for those who ask her, including us tonight, who she is donating her time to speak with us tonight. So on behalf of Chelsea, on behalf of my partner Steve Crowley and myself and everyone here at WAVE, I am proud to support Chelsea Handler for president.
I didn't know I was an accomplished athlete. So it must be why I'm so tired all the time. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you, everybody, for taking a weekend night and coming out here and caring about your community and caring about the future of our country. I've had quite a, how do I want to frame this? I've had quite of a personal experience of my own. I'm sure very not dissimilar to everybody who's sitting here tonight. Since the election, I didn't think that was plausible. I didn't think that could happen. And now we know anything could happen. If that person got elected, then we can flip Orange County. And I've learned in the past year and a half, or however long it's been, it feels so long, I've learned so much about politics, about government. I've had a civics class, you know, just what our Congresswoman was discussing. And we've all become so informed. So many people who weren't activists have become activists. And we have joined together in a way that is so heartening to all of us, to be able to understand that we are stronger together. We're done with the Clintons. I know that's over, and I've accepted that. But I mean, we are stronger together. Women need to stick together. We have to support each other and help get each other elected. That is so important. And it's not that we have to say goodbye to men. We just need equal footing, and we need a seat at the table. And there has to be equality. And this is a year that is going to change. From everything that's happened in all the special elections, Russia hasn't played a hand in that. We are stronger than Russia. We are. When we show up to the polls, we are stronger than them. And we've seen so many firsts. We've seen the first transgender person get elected. We've seen the first American Vietnamese person get elected. We've seen so many firsts in these special elections in Virginia, you know, all across the country. There is so much hope. And in a time where everything can feel so odious and mean and nasty and ugly, it is really feels nice to have a glimmer of sunshine, to have a glimmer of hope. It feels good to get together with people that you've never spoken to before, to understand their story. You know, I've spent this year going around the country. I mean, I've done a lot of skiing too because I have to take some time off. And you know, I've just rediscovered marijuana because of this administration, so that's also something that's happening. Vodka seems too on the nose at this point, but It's so important for all of us to just kind of gather our strength and harness our energy towards something that is of import. Everybody here has children or has a family member who has children. We all have to care about our environment. We all have to care about the future of this country. We can't bow out. I can't tolerate people who say, I can't watch the news. No, you shouldn't watch the news, but you should read the news. I mean, don't ever watch the news anymore. They're televising one of his rallies. That's not deservedly to be, I mean, there's no reason we should be televising that. It's not information and it's not news. So we have to stand up and really focus on getting the people that aren't politically active to find the one issue down ballot that they give a shit about. You know, you have to find people, whether it's legalizing marijuana, whether it's being pro-choice, whether it's gay marriage, whatever you feel passionately about, or you can get somebody into, you know, the act of voting for something that they feel passionate about. We have to really corral people. We have to get the people that are inactive to be active. And once you are active, as many of you in this room already know, and you have a hand in getting somebody elected, and you have a hand in getting a decent person representing you and your community or anywhere else in this country, it feels awesome. And it's worthwhile. You know, and for someone like me who spent my life being a loudmouth and making a living off of just telling people to go fuck themselves, this has been a challenging time for me to go to college campuses and sit on stages with conservatives and talk to them about politics and humanity and why they think that that's acceptable to continue to support somebody who treats everybody so dangerously. And so I've really dug deep in what's happened, and I realized, you know, I wasn't informed. I am an elitist. I'm exactly what everybody said. You know, the West Coast and the East Coast, they don't get it. Yeah, I wanted to be an elitist. That's exactly what I was trying to become. I was trying to get away from my family in New Jersey and have like a big staff and a big house in LA. So I am an elitist. But I said no to that for a year because this is too important. And I have the ability to do so. I know not everybody does. So I think it's about galvanizing and harnessing people who can show up, because showing up is half the battle. You know, it's not about having money. It's not about having a platform per se. It's about having an opinion and using it and exercising it and being passionate and caring about your neighbor and caring about your community and caring about immigrants and caring about people who are less fortunate than we are, because we are so fortunate. And I know everybody who lives in Orange County is fortunate. And I feel the same way, you know, and I'm in a very, you know, weird, kind of obscure way grateful to the Trump family because I have learned so much in the last year and a half. I have exercised my right to learn more. I have gotten more informed. It's so easy to get informed. It's so easy to find out about candidates. It's so easy to send a tweet or send it, you know, do whatever you can. But it's more than that. It's about actually diving in to what's happening around us, and not just in your neighborhood. It's not just about this. It's about the big picture, you know, and it's about flipping the House and hopefully, possibly flipping the Senate, and that is a possibility. Anything is possible. Donald Trump is our president. Anything is possible. Someone said to me the other day, Jason Kander, who is, does great work for Let America Vote, an organization you should check out, which is anti-voter suppression, and he said I said, oh my God, now Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's gonna run for president? This was a few months ago. I said, where are we? What is this country? And he was like, listen, I would take an actual rock at this point. And I was like, I'm stealing that, but I'll credit you. So I'm just here tonight because I am very grateful to have the opportunity to have an impact, to say, to show up. You can take as many pictures of me as you want, whatever floats your boat. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be with my congressman, Ted Lieu, tonight, because he's incredible. And he's been incredible this whole entire time. He speaks out, and he never lets up. And I don't know how he's even standing. But I think the larger message for me personally is, you know, we really have to look forward and in a broad scope and think about taking money out of all of this and overturning Citizens United and electing candidates that want to have publicly funded elections. No one wants to give money to candidates all year long. People who there's 99.9% of people would vote to have publicly funded elections if that were on the ballot. We're talking about 3 or 6 families that would say no because they can buy their way into government. We have to get rid of money in government. That is what we have to do. And I think everyone would be more pleased to know that their congressperson or their senator wasn't out every weekend raising money. We want them working for their communities. We want them serving their country. And we want them rested. We want them to not have to fundraise their entire time. It's corruption, and it's really ugly. So we have to really focus on that. And we have to put it on the table and enter it into the conversation because it can happen. We can overturn Citizens United. That is a possibility. Anything is possible. So I know this is a party. This is actually a really fun political event. I've been to a lot lately, and this one is a little bit juicy. So I'm going to go back to my table, finish my cocktail, and feel free to harass me, in a political way. And I just want to say thank you again to everybody. And if you are not a member of WAVE and you are a woman, because they're very sexist, they don't let men join. You can donate if you're a man, but you can't join. But by the way, guys, you deserve it. So we're taking our power back. Please join and also donate. Thank you very much.